Three, two, one. We're live. Hey guys, this week's podcast is brought to you by AM NXT, the Ellis Island of animated professional wrestling, every Tuesday at 4. Join the AM WWE channel in the link below where you will see wrestlers like myself and many others on this podcast live in action. But for now, enjoy the show. Sit down, everybody. You're about to listen to the High Hit Pro Wrestling Podcast. It's a life podcast, a personal journal and entryway into the minds and souls and hearts and lives involved in the world of professional wrestling. I am your host, Matt O'Donovan. I'm a Massachusetts native. I'm a podcaster with my friends. I'm a personality, but most importantly, I'm a professional wrestler. And we are sitting live in the studio apartment in the SS Discord server. But before I go any further, I just want to add this. It is an audience-supported podcast. We give it to you free on YouTube because this is all about giving back. Before I ask any questions, I want to introduce this week's guest. We have Merson Brown and Jay Alduro. How's it going, guys?
Just calling, bro. What
All right, man. I guess we're just going to start in hot. Merson, yesterday, XCWE wasn't doing too good. Was just tough show all around, man. You had personal thing you wanted to say to Lopez about how it all went down.
Well, you really just, literally just day after day, bro. Like legit, I can't even say anything new. Just been the same old thing I always be having to throw a scat thing right on about Lopez. See, that's the thing. People think I hate him. I don't. But it's just this. It's just how he portrays himself, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, he thinks he's tough shot, when in reality he's really not. You know what I'm saying? And like, with that being said, what occurred, like at XCWE last night, I can tell. Like it looked like a complete botch, but at the same time, it looked like it was supposed to go out like as it usually should. You know, Heavy comes out, makes a statement against a local competitor. Mozzie and Lopez stands by and inspecting the entire thing. After the match, three of them have a confrontation. Woo woo. Then make a statement once more. But it seems to me that Lopez, on the other hand, did more than just make a statement. It seems like, knowing him, he just wants to make himself dominant yet again by laying out not only Mozzie as a competitor, but the actual hardcore champion.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. I don't get it. Like
that's what the problem was because it really seemed like it could have gone either way depending on how you look at it, and I guess depending
sure.
on like how you feel about who was in the ring. A lot of people were looking at it like Lopez felt like he didn't have a lot of, I don't know, offense, I guess you'd say, in the segment. And when they were trying to do a standoff, he kind of just ran in and started dropping people, which like
To
just I
me,
did it
my
really
bad.
add
Go ahead.
anything to the segment of substance? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like the thing is, to me, let's be honest. Let's just be truthful here. What does Lopez bring to the table in the hardcore division? I
He's
truly want to know.
is he a hardcore wrestler? I honestly
Like
don't know because I mean
I don't know. I don't know his gimmick. It went from Cody Rhodes into being gigantic, hairy caveman. Trying to
and then
claim that he's not Cody Rhodes, but still wear the attire. I
yeah
I, I don't get it.
yeah that's what
What
really
does he
doesn't.
bring? He does not give out that aura. Any match he in, he does not perspire me into actually being invested in the match more. Cause whatever he does in and out the ring, utter shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
complete utter shit. His gimmicks, utter shit. Hell, I even had a confrontation with the guy.
Yeah, it's
Ain't
just like
no way this man trying to let me give him advice on how to be a big man. You chose the style, but yet you're struggling frantically about it. Make it make sense.
yeah,
Like I wasn't know.
it seems the big man problem seems to be a common thing that I've already seen. Not
Right.
only just watching matches, but just wrestling, because specifically in Lopez's case, like I was looking at his Twitter, and there was a he was beefing with just some guy. I don't really remember his name, but he said something along the lines of, or some guy said to Lopez, "You don't know how to RP." And Lopez, I don't know if this was him trying to save kayfabe or if he was being dead ass, but he was like, "RP, this isn't RP. This is we're not LARPing. I'm not rolling dice." I'm like, I don't know if he understands what our job is. I don't know I don't think I don't know if he knows. A lot of people don't know. Like this this one person I was wrestling, he was just trying to have as much offense as possible, and then nobody was watching the match anymore because I just every single time I would try to build something, he would just come out of nowhere and just hit me down, and it was boring. And he was like, he jumped over the cage. I'm not gonna say his name because it doesn't matter, but he jumped over the barricades and started attacking the fans because nobody was watching. And I'm just trying to
Now,
tell him, like, dude, maybe if you build a storyline in this match, then somebody would actually find some interest. But it's just you just doing the same move over and over again. Nobody cares.
now
That's
with
not
that
the
being
goal.
said, that follows up with my next thing. Whether it's RP, animated clan, or whatever community you are hailing from, they are expecting a response. They're expecting a reaction from a spectator point of view, from a fan perspective. They are legit expecting a whole reaction for what they are doing. But if you're not getting that reaction, that is not their fault. They are not invested. Actually work on your own work ethic for you can actually enhance on doing better. Then you will actually get the reaction that you were wanted to get. Like,
Yeah.
ain't no way you are expecting everybody to be active in a live crowd
Well,
by
it was to
repeating
the
the
point
same
where, like,
spot over and over.
yeah, I don't know if you're speaking specifically about the situation I just brought up, but like, it
And I'm
was to the
talking
point
about
where,
general.
like, yeah, in general, yeah, like
But
you
like,
gotta like we see it a lot with. I mean, I know I'm a Cody gimmick, but we see it in real life.
yeah,
Like Cody is getting stale with the AEW audience. They
oh
kind
yeah,
of
for sure.
brought the narrative to him that like we don't need you anymore, and he's like realizing, and he's starting to. You're seeing a shift in how he's presenting himself, and you can get the sense that the heel turns on the rise,
Yeah,
which is like kind of strange because he's been playing a heel for a while, or at least he was at the beginning of AEW, but he just kept getting cheered because everybody was he was
cause like it's
the
Cody.
reason
You
it
know,
was all there.
the platform that he built
Yeah.
is the reason why people are still going to cheer him.
It's the same reason why Triple H got like standing ovations all the time in NXT back in
Yeah,
back in the
exactly.
heart.
Like
But
it's just how wrestling operates at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and I was actually like it was crazy because I see it in the new show Heels on Stars, which I recommend. It's the guy who used to play Arrow, um, CM Punk. I don't know how many episodes. I think it might just be one. He's in it, but there's a character and he literally doesn't understand like he like it doesn't really make sense sometimes because there's certain things that he doesn't understand even though he's from a wrestling family,
Right.
but it's like he doesn't understand that being a bad guy doesn't make you actually a piece of shit. Like it's called getting heat, it's called like living up, and it's I'm seeing a lot of it here. People, all they want to do is win. All they want to do is go out there and steal the spotlight
That's the
rather
main
than
focus.
it's a it's not a I mean it
It
kind of is, but we're not competing
like
against each other while
the
we're
moment
wrestling. It's
the
like a
moment I
dance.
arrived to animated, it was nothing but competition.
Yeah,
Nobody gave a shit about gimmicks. Nobody gave a shit about character work, fucking in ring physiology, all that other shit, nobody gave a damn about that, bro. It was only competition and try to actually look good being a flippy shit. But right when I made my statement, made my valid point that people been trying to make for years, whether Jaden or Jaden Fufu, RSS, etc., like this community needed to be fixed, bro. It needed to be adjusted. There are so many flaws in this community to the point I had to say something. I had to put my foot down. Cause my intentions in coming to the community, I just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have fun. But how am I possibly going to have fun if people are going to try and ruin it for me? You know what I'm saying? If people are trying to go and make it difficult for my own entertainment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense.
I hear you.
Like it's struggle. That's what I'm saying. Like people still struggle to this day with gimmick crises. Well, rebuild your gimmick. Do what actually fits for you. You know what I'm saying? People struggling with tell story. Well, you know what I'm saying? Actually do that will grasp the person attention. You know what I'm saying? Actually build up in your matches into making it make sense. Don't just fucking let's
do
say
moves. Do moves.
Let's just say if you're going to fucking do a whole collar and elbows locker, bro, you already grabbing that nigga and fucking snapping a whole power driver. Like it makes no sense, bro. And that's what people be doing after times. Right out the gate.
I don't know if you were there at my XCWE match, which I'm gonna speak a little bit on. But oh, you saw?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting ready to. I type in like steps out. I'm getting ready to circle around, and he just hits me with a flying cross body. I'm like, all right, well that's how this is gonna go. And it wasn't well. And I mean, he's a nice guy, and I'm gonna go with he was lagging. Um, but it was just like I don't know because people were telling me that he was from a generation where the whole uh, communication and coming up with good spots and making it actually look like it would be on an actual wrestling show. Um, he was just back when 2x18 was like you would just do moves to do moves and look cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you know, I mean, it's just I digress. I mean, you're gonna get the people who are gonna go. You should be able to wrestle a match around them. You should Kenny Omega wrestle the fucking broomstick. It's like you can't wrestle somebody who's actively wrestling against you, who's actively working against you, coming up with something cool.
Like that's the thing. Some people from 2x18, if they take a break and come back, and it's like in this era, including like in this fucking society that we in for this community, let's say if a guy took like 3 years off, comes back, like that guy who came back to fight you.
Bro, that was me.
The lack of communication, bro. Other shit.
In like 2016 through most of 2018, I was like towards the top of the RP rankings, was getting pretty much to do everything that I was desiring, and then I left back in the beginning of high school just because I wanted to like I was just kind of I wanted to do other things, like I wanted to play lacrosse and stuff. It just I didn't really have the time anymore. I was always tired when I came home. And then I came back in like 2020, and I just was I was out of touch. I was out of touch. I wasn't watching wrestling anymore. I thought I could come back and just do my thing, and I was doing my it was like many people say I was doing my lame old shtick, and it wasn't working. It took me a while to like get in, fall in love with wrestling again, and actually get a spark to come up with something that wasn't just hi, I'm some guy who does flips and I wear cool attires and I smile, and it was that was pretty much what I was, dude. And people got bored of it.
Back in 2017, that's what you were like entitled as, especially for your gimmick, but like mainly for like how you portray yourself, like back in fucking Revolt with Mike Anarchy or fucking NCW. It was just.
And I don't think
like
I was. I don't think I was ready to be put at the pedestal that I was. But I don't think there was anybody else who. I don't think there was anybody else there. I don't think there was anybody else that was able to be like who was next in line for that spot. Because Mike was just like, I need a new guy who's gonna be the baby face while I have older guys who are all the healers, and that was me. So, but I mean, it ended up making, I guess, ended up being my initial run. I'm proud of what it was. I was like 13, and I yeah, I don't know. But looks like somebody finally decided to show up. So while we let him get ready and get him set, I'm gonna take this time to do a little segment where I play a video. Hopefully, I do the command right. Where I play a song that was either written by a wrestler, for a wrestler, or about wrestling. So just give me 1 second here. How's the pin? Is it P or is it exclamation point P and then you do the?
It's P exclamation point play.
Okay.
Always gotta get your ads in.
Oh, do I have to move him in here first?
Do you got one?
How do I move pancake in this shit?
Oh, just play it.
Oh.
Or just do that.
Do you hear him? Do I do bots? Let me go to general. Oh, I should probably do it in general. That's probably why. Why isn't it playing?
Oh my god, this is so relaxing.
This is nice,
oh,
guys.
Jeez,
Hey,
yeah.
cheers.
Oh.
Cheers.
Oh, throw it up, guys.
Dang.
You know, who would have thought? Running a hot bath with all three of us together in the same tubs?
I know, man. I was a skeptic. But
Oh,
God,
it's like
you
all
were
that
right, huh?
tension left my
Oh, it
body.
felt good. Guys, we are the elite.
The elite.
Break it down, V.
Hey, Adam, what's up, man?
Hope you don't mind, guys. I let myself in. What the hell is going on here, guys? We're supposed to be the dream team. We're supposed to be together.
I thought you messaged him.
What? I did message you, Adam. I messaged you on MySpace.
MySpace? MySpace? Kenny, are you kidding me? You guys could have at the very least called me. Maybe.
Call you? Are you kidding me, Adam? If we're gonna be honest.
Hey, man.
No, guys. Call him. First of all, I don't have his number.
Relax.
Second of all,
Relax.
Adam, I can't even stand you.
Kenny,
You want to join the
Kenny,
party?
Kenny.
Oh yeah. Well then let's party, buddy.
What are you doing?
Yeah, let's party. Let's
What
get
are
this
you
party
doing?
started.
What is that? What
Yeah.
you got in there?
Oh, you know
What
what
up,
I've got. We've
What?
done this before.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my.
I threw a shit in a well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way.
I'd trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way.
Your stare was holding,
Ripped jeans, skin was showing.
hot night and wind was blowing.
Where do you think you're going, baby?
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number, so call me baby. It's hard to look right at you, baby. Here's my number, so call me baby. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me baby. All the other boys, they tried to chase me, but here's my number, so call me baby. You took your time with the call, I took no time with the fall. You gave me nothing at all, and still you're in my way.
I beg and borrow and steal, have foresight, and it's real. I didn't know I would feel it, but it's in my way.
Your stare was holding,
Ripped machine,
skin was showing, hot night and wind was blowing.
where you think you're going, baby?
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby. So here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other boys try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. Oh, yes.
Damn. All right, guys, welcome back to the High Hit Podcast, where we definitely do not get stoned in between songs. All right. So that was a little. We were shooting a little bit before. That was a little intense. So now I'm gonna try to take. We're gonna try to take a little bit of a lightning round, just some quick wrestling. You can either do real life wrestling, you can do Roblox wrestling, you can do both, whatever you want to do. So I'm just gonna ask, Alduro, hop in this, bro. Let's get you some representation. I haven't heard from you yet. So I guess you can either do one or the other, whichever you want to do first. Who do you most respect in wrestling? That's awkward. Um, 2 hours later. I said you can either answer by who do you respect most in real life wrestling or in professional wrestling. So
Okay, I got a call. I stepped out.
nah, it's all cool. We were just listening to the song.
I'll give both. I'll give my 2 cents on both. Real life wrestling, who I respect right now, like the hell out of, is gotta be fucking Moxley.
Mhm.
I've been like on that Moxley wave since like he first went to AEW, and then even before that, like in the CZW days, like just rough, just love that shit. And then if we're talking like, professional wrestling, real wrestling, whatever you want to call it, right now, who I respect the most, probably gotta be fucking like, I'm gonna give two, because I can't fucking choose one right now, because I got like two fucking movies.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go like back. Mike Anarchy,
Mhm.
big fucking inspiration for me, big inspiration for who Alduro is.
I'm gonna add in real quick on that. Mike Anarchy, I owe him my career.
Like, dude's one of them, he's a fucking creative genius, just fucking out there. And then a fucking Mozzie, AM guy, big,
Yeah.
heavy, fucking amazing, amazing ring skill, amazing fucking worker, just all around.
I'm gonna those are obviously good picks. Moxley, yeah. Um, I think for professional wrestling, for me, I don't know. I would have to characterize who I respect the most as who I respect as a person, because obviously you have to respect Ric Flair's accomplishments, but after the whole Dark Side of the Ring thing, which I don't really want to get in on too much, I just don't look at him in the same way anymore. That's how I'm gonna put it. The people that I respect the most, one looking after Dark Side of the Ring, the Chris Benoit one, was Chris Jericho, because at the end you find out that he was the person who got, I believe his older son's name was Daniel, and his 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 wife's sister, to get back into communication with each other, because they were both under the false impression that neither wanted to do anything with the other person. And I guess they hadn't spoken in almost a couple decades or something like that. It was just a crazy amount of time for somebody who should have been there for each other both the entire time. And it was really nice because you see them, they go on they go to a couple wrestling shows with each other, and that's the one thing. And I guess Chris Jericho, along with Chavo, were the only people that reached out to to Chris Benoit's oldest son after the whole thing, and that just kind of breaks my heart. But another person who obviously deserves the utmost respect is Diamond Dallas Page, just for everything he's done. For those who like Jake the Snake Roberts, who was getting ready to just like get high to death and just overdose, and he was gonna die. And Jake the Snake, he helped him the whole yoga thing, got his body back into shape, got him mentally back into shape, and he didn't have like I think he like I remember hearing on Joe Rogan's podcast about how like Jake the Snake made all of Diamond Dallas Page's fucking friends hate him because he was always just weird and he was always fucking just he was an odd sight to be around. But Diamond Dallas Page, he didn't get paid to do that by Jake the Snake. He did it because he saw his friend in pain, and that's just something you gotta respect because he'd do that for anybody. And he owes so many people owe their later years in their career to Diamond Dallas Page. Um, and then somebody I have to respect and tips off to is Alcastis, who had his last match ever in Real Wrestling last night. That was yeah, yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
That shit
yeah.
was fire, to be honest. Cause he been there for so long.
He's been here for at least he's been since the start of RP, which was 7 years ago. Um, maybe 8 for some people, depending on what kind of RP you did. And then
And
he
he
was
was
probably clean before that too. So he's been here for probably near a decade. And I spoke to him before because I wasn't able to attend because I had some people over at my dorm yesterday. And no, I saw the photo. It looked like it went really well. And I told him if anybody deserves a send off, a proper send off, it's him. So
he was
tips off
so
to him.
nice too. He was like the nicest guy in any community he can possibly be in.
Yeah, I think he's from Norway too. So he usually his runs are only in the summer because that's when it's easiest for him to stay up late all the time. So you would usually only see him. It was kind of like seeing the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He's kind of like seeing the Undertaker of
He would
RP
just
because
look
he'd only
real
come
with
around,
no moves.
which I guess the summer would be kind of what you consider Armenia or our big time because that's just when everybody's off, when everybody's so active.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody can like run around and stay up late and fucking
oh
all
yeah,
that shit. Yeah.
dude, I remember when I was how old are you, Alduro?
I'm fucking 17.
Oh, you're 17. Yeah, I remember like 4 or 5 years ago in the summer, I'd be staying up until like 5 in the morning every day of the week. It was bad, but I mean, that's what I wanted to do. We had fun. We just would play random ass games until fucking it was bright outside, and we'd all go to bed and do it again the day after
I
that.
miss the old era of RP though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
cap with you, bro. Like
that's what's that's
2015 to like 2017 or 18, best fucking year, bro.
yeah.
That
That's
that was when it was active as fuck.
yeah. That's when towards the end of my prime in wrestling, I guess. That's what you would consider.
Cause there was like so
Um,
much shit that would go on.
So I guess another good question is most entertaining wrestler to watch.
Uh, hmm. And animated, to me personally, cause like there's like a ton. But if I had to like pick one, like the most, it would probably be Liz. You just made a list. It would probably be Liz. I'm not even gonna count with you.
Yeah, he's. I
Cause the
mean, I've
way
only.
the
Yeah,
way he portrays himself in the ring and his style too, he can pretty much do everything. But like the way he tells his story in his matches, knowing when it truly matters, it just like catches my eye. I'm just like fully invested all the way.
I don't know anybody else who would be better fitting to do Ric Flair as a gimmick. More
I'm
as
saying,
because of his skill in the ring, not because of his
I'm saying,
personality.
but like
He I
if
cause
we're
he
talking
just
about RP
does stuff.
wise,
He busts things out all the time that I just have no idea how
oh yeah,
like.
for sure.
But
But
go
if we
ahead.
talk about like RP wise, I'd probably say my boy COY. My boy is fun. he been talking this shit now. He been talking this shit for some years, man. But
Oh yeah.
in the ring and out the ring, oh yeah, he's a true man. Him and Chavito.
Yeah, I was
From
gonna have
my
yeah,
personal perspective,
because
him and Chavito.
Chavo. The thing about Chavo is he can do serious, he can do
Oh yeah,
technical, he
for
can
sure.
do high flying, he can do comedy. He's one of the single most funny people. I'll tell you a good Chavo story. Um, so this was 2016 summer probably. Danny Killer, who he probably won't mind me telling you guys this, but he was like, I think he was 12 or 13. This was back before Discord was even popular. We were on Skype,
On
dude.
Skype, right?
Uh, so so I um I think we were all playing a game, and then Chavo follows me or something like that. He came in somehow, and we invited him into the Discord. I think it was me, JJ, or Nick Ramirez, Danny Killer, Danny Ferenz, um, Dirtbags or Richie, and then Chavo. And then Chavo comes and he goes, "Hey, what the fuck is going on, guys?" And then I can't really do his voice too well. And then we're like telling him, and he goes, "Aw, what the fuck, dude? Somebody squished my fucking cookie." And I'm like, "What did you say, dude?" And I guess he said cookie mad weird or some shit. And then Danny Killer tried saying something to him, and then he like just absolutely decimated like 11 or 12-year-old Danny Killer. Um, and that was like the first time I ever spoke to Chavito, and it was just like I remember just dying laughing, and those were the days you were like, ooh, Chavo, yeah, yeah, IDB. But we would be laughing, and then somebody else would laugh, and then we would laugh at them laugh, and it would just go on for hours. Um, but um, yeah, I guess he would probably have to be my most entertaining to watch. Either him, Sammy Zaniac, or Steven, just because of his comedy gimmicks, or Cornhauer. Most of y'all don't know
I forgot
Cornhauer, but
Cornhole existed, bro.
Cornhauer, dude.
Fuck that
Y'all,
motherfucker.
dude, there was one time we were playing. Were you there, Apocalypse Rising, when we
Yeah,
killed Cornhauer?
bro. Nah, bro. I hate playing this game with y'all, bro. Cause I remember, I don't know. No, I was the one who got ran over. Cause it
Dude,
was YTM that was driving a car, and corner like we were getting shot at, right? I don't know if corner hopped out the car and just started spraying, bro. Bro, right when we were trying to get that person back, whoever hopped out the car, bro, this
no,
dude
no,
had
he
me
was
over.
no, no, he was the only person who didn't get out of the car. That's the thing.
Oh my
Because
god, bro.
YTM crashed the van we were all in. Everybody hops out, and Cornhauer's like, "What do I?" He just keeps on typing Cornhauer,
Oh,
Cornhauer.
yeah,
So he wouldn't say anything in VC. He would just go Cornhauer,
I'm saying,
and
right? That's the
and
only shit he would say, right? And
they
he
were
crashed the
just
van too right after he ran me over. I hated your nigga.
so, and then they started firing into the exhaust of the van, and the
And
and
it blew
the
up,
the
bro.
grill of the van, and it just blew up, and Cornhauer died. And we didn't see him again for like a month. So
Right.
that
Right
that
after that,
was
bro. Right after that, bro. Folks have went MIA.
yeah.
It was a
Um.
tragical experience.
So who would you say your easiest or best match to work with? And this would probably only apply to pro wrestling.
I mean, I can't say easiest, but like, though people got their levels, if I work with them and they work with me, we're putting on a good match regardless. But
Yeah.
I would say the best person I can possibly enjoy working with overall, we're talking about RP. There's a few. There's Tay, Swan, Chavita. I mean, like pretty much everybody there because they're all good. But animated, there's RSF. One person I truly want to fight against and actually work with,
Who?
Muck.
Who?
I cannot recall me ever having a match with that guy, right?
Who'd you say?
But 1 month.
Oh yeah.
But like, if I ever get the chance on fighting Mutt, bro, I'll be satisfied, bro. I'll literally mark that off my list. Cause that's literally one of the people I truly want to fight.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Oh no, go ahead. My bad. Nah, you were still going.
Yeah, but like I can't say with RSF though because like I faced that man too many times, bro.
Yeah, he was like, wasn't he one of the? Wasn't he one of the top guys back in like 2018, 2019?
Yeah.
He's not. Is he around still?
Sometimes like he's busy in real life, but he'll be there like here and there.
Yeah, because I remember he was always trying to get me to join animated, but I was too focused on IP.
Yeah, like anytime he hops on nowadays, he just I don't know. Sometimes he'll just host a fed, or sometimes he'll just like actually try to figure out what fed he wants to do next.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, the person who I, without a doubt, and he'll be on soon, who I've actually never spoken to in like a voice channel. All right, we're gonna restart this in a couple of seconds. Just bear with us, guys. Bro, we were really that was really like 40 minutes long. I guess we'll see how long we'll go again. If it cuts us off again, I'll probably let us go for another 40 minutes or so.
All right.
All right, list. You are in the web.
Yes.
We're still waiting for Alduro to join the web thing.
Bro, let me get my. Let me go ahead and get my computer because I feel like
I heard we were talking about animated wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
All right. We were talking about like best in ring. Like what were we talking about?
Yeah, I know. I'm just about
Alduro,
to. I'm getting my.
The link. You have to rejoin on the link that I sent you in DMs again, just so we can hear you again.
I mean, I guess I'll add a little subtopic to the conversation.
Yeah, best person to work with. I was gonna say Leo Cash, just because me and him is always a guaranteed good match. Either in RP and animated. You guys saw me versus Leo at I think it was SCW that it was, and we just knocked it out of the park. And I don't think me and Leo wrestled in years. And it's just
Did I click the same link you sent me before?
Good match. So I have to say him.
I didn't get
I
didn't get one.
The one I just sent you.
All right. I will input my answer to that question. Easiest person I've found to work with. I mean, honestly, a lot of people in animated can be very average to work with. It's not something that's like, how do I describe it? Like, it's not something that's necessarily a necessity, but you obviously want somebody that you can work with really easily so you can have the best match. That type of person for me would be either ADV, because I don't know why, every time we have a match it's always great, or let's see, it would be either ADV or Jaden, because that one match we had at Valor's Fed, something happened there that it clicked. We literally clicked off each other. It was great.
I don't think me and you ever had a one-on-one.
Not really, no.
Like every time
Alduro, Alduro, it says you're in it, but it's hard to hear you.
Even spars, we just kept putting multi-mans.
I hate it.
Now, I have an interesting question.
What's up?
If you were running an animated fed, and you wanted one guy to start off with, who would be your guy, like the major champion, the face, like the person you want to put at top, who would it be?
If you were active, you. Like, I'm not saying that you're not right now, but if you're gonna be there every show, you.
Um, I got two people again. It's okay. How do I? My answer is
You always.
okay. This is a really I stumped myself with this question. One of them would obviously be Heavy because he's really reliable. He works super hard and he can like really. Oh, give me a second. What's up with you?
They need your consent from you.
Here, let's give it up for Heavy in the chat.
Yeah, he's here.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes. So I just needed to speak to you
it's
really
been a while,
quickly,
but I mean,
Sarah
I
John,
feel like-
to confirm that you would like your brother to schedule an appointment for you for therapy. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all I
Remember,
needed.
Okay,
my
thank you.
debut in the was kicking Jaden out and taking
Hello?
the spot.
Yeah, y'all kicked out Jaden.
That was like one of the biggest segments of the entire year, in just RP in general.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but
80 here, nigga. 2021, nigga. Get 80 of you bum asses still here. Nigga, you fuck, bro.
anyways, what you,
Nigga, your name
we gotta.
Adrian Vasquez, nigga. Get some
Hey, hey.
You're not even black. That black card, Sharpie.
If KV, anyways, if KV wasn't in the NCW booking team, NCW would still be alive. I don't know about that because I feel like Tyler would have switched away from mainly hosting RP either way. He might have carried NCW to animated, but I still feel like he was going to animated full time either way.
Nah, he was just tired of what the fuck was going on in NCW. Completely.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, was, you know,
I'm not gonna shoot on that
you know what I'm
because
talking about.
I'm not gonna speak too much on that just because of how much respect I have for Jaden as a friend.
Yep.
As a guy who's willing to
Okay.
go out and do his own
All right.
thing, even
I'll,
though anybody
I'll work on that.
and everybody will usually tell him he's wrong, despite they'll end up liking it in the end.
Yeah, what's up?
He's
Okay.
someone who's
Got it.
consistently, not always, but who can pretty consistently prove haters wrong, and that's something I say about Jaden.
Jaden definitely deserves a lot of praise. He's always real. That's the thing that a lot of people don't really mention about him. He's real,
Yeah.
down to earth. He'll be himself. He'll call you out on something. That's and
Are you
you know
talking
if,
about?
if
Are
I
you
had to
talking
talk
about
about,
Jaden in this? Or are you talking about Jaden from our?
Yeah, you talking about
I'm talking about a lot of Jadens, bro. There's a lot of nice Jadens.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I guess
Shout out to the Jadens.
another good one would be, what was your first major gimmick that like was actually like being presented in big feds, and what was your favorite gimmick? Now, Ricky Shane Page over here, I want you to tell me what you used to do.
shit, I forgot about that. Wow, fuck.
Are we talking RP or anime?
Hey,
Would just I mean, you can do both, I guess.
but
Okay.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I gotta give props to Carnage, bro. I gotta give props. Cause he was the reason why I started watching CCW.
Yeah.
He tried putting me on. He tried making me do DJ Hyde. I was like, fuck no. Cause he bored.
Yeah.
But I chose on doing Ricky Shane Page because he was actually entertaining. And on top of that, his thing smacks.
Wasn't it come on Ricky, give him the heater,
Yeah.
something like that? Dude,
Yeah,
yesterday,
Rico
so
Roll, bro, like that shit was a bop, bro. Every time
yeah.
I come out and play that theme, everybody be singing that shit. I swear to
bro,
God.
those are the
Whether
best.
URW, NCW, that shit was a bop, bro.
you want to the main thing with a wrestling theme, I guess not the main thing, but a thing that will always get a wrestling song over is something that's easy to sing along to. Like something that has this, like Leo Cash. I remember his song when I first saw him wrestle. Uh, it was just like this old punk rock song, but at the beginning they would do like this three claps,
Yeah.
and like everybody would do it with him, and then everybody would start cheering. And even though he was a heel, he would still get the crowd. It's just the power of a theme song, I guess. My first ever gimmick, believe it or not, was the Emerald Archer, Matt O'Donovan. I was basically the Green Arrow.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Yo, I forgot about that. Yo, I forgot about that.
So, and then I guess I gotta pay respect to my favorite gimmick. Would probably be the Will Ospreay, Matt O'Donovan era, just because that's my most established and most what would you call it? Most decorated.
Will Ospreay?
Will Ospreay? Will Ospreay? Who the Griff Garrison? Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
Okay, Takada? I mean, like, before that I had Les Jericho, but that never really worked out. Because LXM didn't want to sign me, so that never really
I feel
worked
like you
out,
would do
so
good as
I got
Jericho.
Takada. Well, that's behind me now, so just really one for that. I mean,
So
it's always in the burner. If I have to, I have to.
let's do another shoot segment. Let's do one person. I can phrase this a lot of ways. One person in pro wrestling that you hate with all your heart. One person that you wish you never had to deal with here. One person who just fucking sucks. Who do you hate?
Now I'm gonna count.
Nobody, because who?
I was really trying to spin the block on fire. I ain't forgot you.
Do you want me to go first? Alduro,
Go ahead.
your mic is very low. If I go first, a lot of people already saw the whole. It happened. Yo, what? Alduro, something's up with your mic, dude. It's like all high pitched. I'm gonna have to mute this man. Alduro. Jeez.
So you're going first, right?
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. I guess the first person would probably have to be Mikey Lesnar. Twisty Mikey rules.
I know why.
So I'm just gonna go all in.
Oh God.
So
Sure. Are you positive?
I think I met Mikey.
I don't.
I think I met Mikey when he was 17. I was like 12 or 13, and I was good friends with JJ, who he's since spoken about this. I think he was 11. I think he was 11. And he was coming from TD wrestling, like it was like a part of Clean that was specifically just TDs and sending them into hardcore shit. And he was just gonna come in and squash people. And my first ever thing with him was he came out after one of my matches and just broke my arm. So I was like, all right, well that's cool. I can't wrestle for like a month, kayfabe wise. So I didn't wrestle for a month, and then he started doing. Like, this was back in Skype, so I don't really have any photo evidence of this anymore. But no, we have witnesses, and he's since long gone. But he would basically, like, I think I sent a picture of myself once, or I might have turned my camera on. He like took like a cutout of my face and edited it onto gay porn. Mind you, that the pictures of me as an 11-year-old. So, and then, like, honestly, I was like, me being 13, it was a different time back then. I was just like, haha, yeah, whatever. And then, we all found out he was gay. So we just looking back at it, and he would start these like cam boy chants and stuff. But like he would also get younger guys, like younger than I was, who were just like young impressionable kids, and be like, "Hey, do you wanna do you wanna like run across the camera like almost naked for a title shot?" And they'll be like, "Wait, what?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, just streak across the camera in your underwear, and like I'll give you a title shot." And this dude had no intention of giving anybody a fucking title shot. But little kids who shouldn't be on the internet are gonna do stupid shit that little kids will do, and they'd do it, and he would get them on video, and who knows if he did anything with them. Either way, that's not okay, and it's not something that he would. I think he was like 21 now, and he's still in calls with kids around that age, and he would be shirtless and stuff, and he would be talking about just weird stuff about like just mental health issues kind of things, and it's just like kids that age don't need to be knowing about this stuff. And that's someone I honestly wish I just never had to deal with. Someone who didn't do me any good or ever really intended on it, I don't think. And he likes to say that he said he was sorry and stuff, but he never reached out to me about anything, about how that kind of would fuck me up, dude. Because like, dude, it's just like, it's weird, dude. Like, if you look back, like, I'm probably weirding people out just talking about it, but that's one person who I honestly don't think ever did anything good for what we do. I don't think he ever did anything of quality.
Alright. Merson, you want to share?
Oh no, I said it once, I said it again. I was going to spin a block on farm.
On Scion?
Okay.
Yes, bro.
No, I spin it right now. Spin it right now.
Why? You know
why.
I have,
yeah.
If every time, I remember, bro, when I was first getting student in RP, I was just getting my name out there. I was just getting my name out there. You know what I'm saying? Back in early 2017, it was my year. I ain't gonna get over my year. I was talking my shit. But you know that. You know how the fucking circle goes.
Yeah, Scion used to do this thing where he would throw his political weight around, and I mean,
yes.
The problem with it was that Scion, the wrestler, was a very different person from Scion, the guy.
Exactly. Now don't get me wrong, he's a good wrestler, but outside the ring, nigga's a bitch.
Well,
if I were to say something, want to say a flip remark to make him so feel satisfied. If I were to ask that nigga a question, he would shove me away, then later on try to talk shit.
Yeah.
Like, for example, this nigga had a good attire. I said, "Oh, firm, that's a nice attire." His response, "Oh, it's not like it's for you."
Yeah.
Nigga, like, bro, I remember when I met, I don't know if you were there, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Remember it, Rayvon Dance?
Rayvon Dance?
That's the gimmick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rayvon Dance from Chris URW. Girls from Patrick B, Chris, Kendrick Price. You know, because I was supposed to be like the enforcer type shit in the group.
Yeah.
I made the name Rayvon Dance and me and Chris was talking about it. Because I couldn't figure out a last name. And I was on a burner account behind the account. Cause like, you know the way back then, niggas make fucking burner accounts for like specific gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on a burner account. And all of a sudden, this nigga Firm wanna be on his fuck shit yet again. Talking about, I don't know why you behind that account, Merson. Cause it's not like you're good regardless. From the same nigga to actually say that I'm a good performer and a good wrestler, but yet put an act cause Chris and fucking RJ in the server. Therefore, I'm fucking ass in his eyes. Like, making me niggas a follower, bro. I do not like followers.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. That's
like cause anything they say jokingly Tsar would actually take into consideration and use against me throughout the entire fucking day.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Cause the nigga
play.
can't hold his own weight.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because ADV said it. Siarm is a legend. He does deserve props for what he's done for
Oh
all
yeah, for sure.
the hours that he's put into the business, and for the matches that he's put on, and just for the things he did for Revolt. He was there for me to be the heel to match my face, which he was way out of my league in terms, but it was always a good match. The programs, I was always out of my league just because I think he was older than me. He was probably getting ready to be out of high school, and I was in my freshman year, and I was an idiot, dude. Like, I couldn't write anything. But now I catch myself cutting promos while I'm driving, but I digress. But Siarm, he was always, not always, it was inconsistent on how easy it was going to be to work with. I'll put it like that because sometimes he would just be the guy you would normally get to know, and then sometimes it would just always be contrarian. And like Merson said, a lot of RP, the toxicity would be so and so would be nice to you in DMs, and then when we're all in a group chat, so and so wants to act tough, or so and so wants to act cool, and they'll like make fun of you on some easy layup shit, like some shit everybody's already said before, just to get a reaction, just to be cool, and it's something they wouldn't say to you unless other people were around, and that's something. It's not just what Siarm would do, which honestly I'm probably guilty of.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Still to this
it's.
day, there is a lot.
I always remember there being, not always, but there being a bit of a distaste for. Maybe I'm wrong. I think towards the end.
If I may say something, if I may interject, I don't know if my shit is still crazy or something, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a lot of fucking, you know, I'm just gonna go off and say I don't give no fuck. Some of these niggas try so hard to impress other people that it's so made and so fucking stupid. And it's just so dumb. Like, whenever I have my fucking situation, which I'm not gonna go deep into because I know people are gonna have their own fucking opinion and be like, oh my god, da, da, da. Whenever I have my shit going on, niggas was turning on me on a dime type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, oh, Duro's this, or Duro's that, he's this, he's that.
Yeah.
And this is like strictly out of fucking character, like strictly like fuck, you know, all that, you know, strictly. It was so embarrassing to see how many people will really trade you in just to get in the seats with people who aren't even going to give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? And it's embarrassing because you look at them and you're like, bro, we was cool, like what the fuck happened? And then you see how the fuck they really are type shit.
Yeah. And another thing that I need to get off my chest, just go with the topic and just for people to know. Another person who I really don't like is Five Gum, Prophecy Five Gum. Many people know what he said to me. I was out. It just my comeback earlier in the year to RP just didn't go the way I planned, and I was out of. I had already given up on. I wanted to focus on the girl that I started dating. I wanted to finishing school and then starting, like, I was working full time over the summer. I just didn't want to wrestle anymore. And he messages me one time and he's like, "Hey, we got a title match tonight. Come to the title match." And he's like stuttering and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm at work. Like, I'm gonna be way late. Like, I'm not going. He's like, "Oh, well, I was gonna politic my way into winning the match anyways." So I'm like, dude, like, I give a fuck. And then he was just being toxic and he was being like homophobic and he was like saying like, I mean, I don't really care. Some people will. I obviously could care less, but he was just being like, you're just like spamming me. And then he started. The thing that made me mad was he would say like, "Haha, your mom's dead, bozo." He would. and then he would try to delete it as if I wouldn't just screenshot it. He would say like, "Your mommy's dead. Rip mommy O'Donovan. At least my mom's not 6 feet in the ground." Just shit like that. Just try to be like a toxic little piece of shit. And I'm like, dude, well, at least my mom loved me while she's alive. Your mom's still alive, and she doesn't even give a fuck about you. And
that's why he got banned from GCW.
And that's why and the reason he got away with it was just because people had already had a distaste for me in RP, just because of how my friendship has ended with Chris and I guess Mike, or Chris Maverick, or Mike, or however you refer to him. But Gum is just he basically got suspended from everything that I had good relations in, and then he would try to tell people like, "Oh, I was just joking. Like I feel so bad." I'm like, dude, no, you don't feel bad. Like you feel bad.
I remember like Mans went on like a whole like apology like fucking tirade with everybody, folks.
It's just. Dude, and I was just like, it was just like, it was him shooting himself in the foot because I was gone. I wasn't a part of wrestling at that point in time. I was out the door. I hadn't wrestled a match in several weeks, and I get booked for a CWA show that I don't even agree to, and he was like trying to just be like puff his chest at me just to be like, oh, I'm gonna politic my way into winning. Like, I don't give a fuck. Good for you that you feel the need to politic your way into winning a match in a community that has rejected you time and time again. And it shows that even though we've sent you away and handed you your bags and sent you packing, you still come back. It only says that you have nothing else to do. And that's I feel bad. So I'm glad that you got to.
Not even, bro. You talking about underleamer shit? This is such a shoot. Not even fucking 20, bro. That's such a shoot. Not even 20. Like nigga.
That was
the
just
fuck.
Like his shows. I don't even know if they still host anymore.
I
don't even think the Discord's still active.
I forgot that motherfucker.
They haven't made an announcement in their first announcement in 2 months was like the other day.
Bro, like,
but
I don't give a fuck who gets offended by this shit, bro.
So it's like this is death. It's like I don't know. But not to really shit on CWA because Lemur's an alright guy. He's fine, and it's not his Fed's fault. But it's just the fact that he felt so like proud to be like, oh, I'm gonna cheat, or not cheat, but I'm gonna use my my good grace with the person who books this to win. I'm like, and it's just, and I know I just said it, but he's been sent away so many times for being racist, for being homophobic, for just saying the wackest shit, and he still comes back. That only says that he has nothing else to do, and I'm pretty sure he would admit it, and that's about all I have to say on 5 Gun.
So.
Damn.
I will say, to add on to it, I'm pretty sure Gum got banned for joking about, I think it was Dylan's, like car crash or something. I don't know. Gum is just not only dumb, but he has no sense of emotion. Like, he can't tell if someone's going to be sensitive to something. He's just gonna spew.
I'm gonna shoot on this too. Cal made fun of my friend, not the one who owns this Discord server, Jaden or KB he made fun of a loss in his family. I'm not gonna say which it was, just so it doesn't fuel the flames, but it's just uncalled for, and I'm like, is this
I mean,
grit now? Is this really?
But if we being honest though, this like, if we really gonna shoot the shit, let's shoot the shit. Who says anything though? Let's be honest. Like, okay, so let's say this. You know, something that Cal or someone else says, you know, piss somebody off. Nobody say nothing. No one said anything because what are we gonna say? Niggas are still gonna suck dick. Niggas are still gonna fucking, it's Cal, whatever. Niggas are still gonna let that shit slide. Nothing's going to change. That's what it's like. It's come to that point where like, what are we gonna do? If some high carder says some outlandish shit, we can't really say shit because nobody gonna do nothing but be like, I mean, it's him though. It's like fucking irritating. It's like.
Yeah, and I guess the problem with that was to go on the Scion thing. They tried to do this whole, the wrestling court, the whole Undertaker, JBL, and Chris Benoit, and those guys would, if somebody was stepping out of line for some stupid backstage rule that wasn't written, they tried to recreate that, and it really just didn't work because I don't know if it's the same. There's not the same hierarchy of respect or something like that, but it's really tough to have somebody. I know what you're saying. Who is to say that to Cal? But um, it's I don't know. That's one of the main reasons why I left that community because that's just kind of the things that were being tolerated. And I think they made fun of JJ, who me and Merson's friend, never really met his dad because I think his dad died when he was young, and that's something that's always been. Oh, we'll
It's
say
like
something.
the guys who really like don't got no traction in shit, like Merson. Whenever the whole my situation happened, remember Merson, that whole shit, and everybody else got some weak ass fucking punishment, got suspended, and then I took the blame and got fucking fired. Like it's always dumb ass shit that like it's just fucking politic. If you can politic, you're basically gonna be fine. It's just fucking stupid because it's like, bro, damn, like this shit ain't ever fucking fair ass shit. It's just always gonna be whoever can politic the best, whoever got the most
You
clout.
guys.
Like it's just fucking stupid.
So here's an era of pro wrestling that's forgotten, that's not really talking about or spoken about anymore, which is late 2015 RP, which was territorial. There was like we kind of had like a territory system going where it was Last Outlaw, Brian Danielson or Wyatt, Scion, Leo Cash, those guys. The RWA, the New Japan, the World Wrestling Love, IWA. They had their own little alliance, which were for a while known as the High Carters, and then there was the XMXW, the PWX, and then I think there was URW. There was all, and I think it started when Lance, which most people don't know, Extreme Rocker 123 or Lance Stark, who did a Marty Skrull gimmick before he got canceled. Um, he accused Last of being racist against him, and that's why he wasn't getting booked to win. So he started his own shit. He he started his own thing, and he said anybody who's associated with those guys is not getting booked here. And my initial start was I think Alcasis was a little different because Alcasis was so over and he was just a different. He's a legend. He was able to go from both, and he helped me get into XMXW, and I became their TV champion very quickly. And that's when Last saw an opportunity to try and take me under his wing. And I saw it as, oh, I'm going to the big leagues, which was really not the best decision for my career at that time because Last fumbled the bag. As much as I like Last as a guy now, Last was also a very contrarian. Me and him had that Will Ospreay Vader kind of rivalry, just because that's kind of what our gimmicks were. But he he kind of fumbled the bag and just really set me up for failure. Gave me this weird gimmick and just repackaged me into something that nobody really liked. And I just started getting booed for a while, for a good portion of, because that was right at the end of 2015. So for a good portion of 2016, I got booed, and then I started doing Will Ospreay. So that was a turning point. That's a time that's long forgotten, and before all of those guys had started coming to the end of their careers, they had come to terms with stuff. They had started working business with each other. The whole territory thing was dumb. It just was making shows smaller. It wasn't doing anybody any good. And it just started so much drama. That's why you don't really see much of it anymore, and nobody really likes to talk about it. But it's kind of just, that was how I started out. I don't know if there's much you guys else want to talk about. I feel like you're kind of. What's one person who you feel close enough that you wish you knew?
You didn't even ask who I hated, bro.
Who do you hate? Well, you said you don't. No, you said you don't know.
Well, I was gonna elaborate.
All right, elaborate.
It's gonna take me like a minute. Don't worry about it. I don't like I've disliked people before, but obviously it's not worth it, especially over like Roblox. So I usually just end up like, you know, either just moving past it or not letting it get to my head. But there is like one person that I think is an absolute mud dog. Like don't come back to any community. Like it's and I think nobody likes this guy.
Can I guess who it is?
It's literally just go ahead.
Clay Cross.
Yeah, Clay Cross. Nobody likes that guy.
I knew.
Oh my God.
I knew it was.
Like nobody.
Did you guys?
I won't cut you off. I hope he finds a way to recover mentally from whatever he's going through. But as far as I'm concerned, I hated that guy, and I think nobody really likes him anyway.
So I think I was 14 at the time, and we were all in a call with. I know it was Clay. I think it was Lance. I think it was Chris or Cal. I think it was a couple other guys. We used to call it. Get ready for this. We used to call it the whale penis chat.
I forgot about that shit.
No further answers or questions will be.
Yeah,
involved.
don't have a question about it. Don't have a question about it.
So we're all just chilling, and we start to hear Clayton. What the hell is going on around this house? And just like a bunch of redneck arguing, and then you hear out of nowhere, Grandma, leave me alone. And she goes, Clayton, you will not talk to me like that in my house. And you hear,
ain't no fucking
dead ass. You hear, dead. And I'm in the call. You hear a shotgun get cocked. This man pulled a shotgun on his grandma in the bush.
There was no way. Oh my God.
I will tell you, dude. I swear on my dead mother, he told us he did that, and we heard the shotgun.
Man's pulled the shotty out on his grandma, bro.
He actually pulled a whole barrel on his grandma.
So that's the kind of guy you're and he would just say rant. He would just be like race. I think back when the whole, and I wasn't there for this, but I think when the whole Black Lives Matter protest thing was going on, he did the kneeling thing as a way to be a heel, and it just was not. It was completely tone deaf. And
yeah, he got banned after that,
and was not okay. And I don't think we should focus on that because I don't want this to be a very political thing.
No. Let's move past this. Okay, we're getting too deep into it. Clay Cross, nobody likes it.
But that was. You set me up for a good story, so thank you, sir.
And we're talking about who we hate in RP, right? Or like,
yeah, that I never knew that. Oh my God. Or in general, pro wrestling.
In pro wrestling. I'm gonna have to say I hate clean too because clean is not wrestling, and if you think it's wrestling, you're wrong. It doesn't look like wrestling. The only thing that there is a wrestling ring. They usually don't even wear wrestling attires. They come out with rap music.
That's actually changed. Well.
At least the clean that I've seen. It's just boxing.
Well,
it's not pro wrestling. That's my take. It's not pro wrestling.
I will say the whole attire thing. It's getting better because like I've seen some really nice attires at clean shows.
No, but I see guys pull up with Yeezys and ripped jeans, and they wear like Supreme hoodies and stuff, and it's like, what are you? What are you? Are you like you're sword fighting with a theme song? And I know that there's good, clean guys, and I'm not saying you're all bad, but I remember when Blade died, our friend Blade from RP, him and
Yeah, I'm about to say, I was like, not even
started one of the
Rodriguez, dude. That's
biggest
the
RP feds ever, the biggest fed ever. Its final show, its final show was almost 12 hours long, and it lasted from like 8 at night to like 6 in the morning.
Uh,
Um, and he was showing Blade. They were in real life friends. He was showing Blade how to drive because Blade was 15 and had his permit, and Josh had his license. And Josh is Blade. EHW is Austin. He had his license, and they got into a car accident, and Josh didn't make it out alive. And the clean guys saw this as a way to make fun of us. So that has always given me a distaste for them, and that's been known as where they online date and stuff. And I just don't see it as wrestling. I really don't. I don't see it. I see it as like you guys are
all right,
bots.
we don't need to grow like this discontent over other communities. Let's talk about the people we love, okay? Let's get to a positive topic.
I know. But
Because like too much animosity.
before I get hate mobs from clean, I guess you guys were the biggest. I will say you guys were the biggest, and still do sometimes get bigger shows. I just really don't see it. I see it as a different art form. I think that's what we call it. I you can like it for what it is. I wouldn't do it. I just don't see it as.
I'll say this as someone who came from clean. I was a clean guy before I was an RP guy, not by choice, but that was because like I know you guys remember for anyone that was here like before, back then, RP you could only get in the shows if you were friends with the guy. If you were friends with like the guy who was hosting the show, you could only get in that way. That was the era that I came.
Yeah, not to say that RP was perfect either. RP was a very political thing where you had to be friends with those who were in power. I just preferred it because I saw it as a better way to. I just liked it better. That's how. Because I did clean before.
And it's just
RP too.
clean is more so like that. Like if you want to actually. If you want to, what would I say? I have to take my words wisely because I still like have a lot of clean friends, so I'm like, okay. Clean for me was like, okay, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna try to do this, try to make a good show of it, and bow. And RP is more so like really like storytelling and really like if you want to like have that foundation, that's what that is. But clean is really like just like there's one objective and that's just to win. Whenever RP is built for it.
Yeah, that's and the,
yeah, it's if you want a competitive type of thing, but like if you want to actually make your time worth it, then do RP.
It's honestly like if we ever did, what do they call it? You know that tournament they did in WWE, the shoot tournament?
Yeah.
The Brawl for All or whatever. That's basically clean. It's like boxing basically. It's like it's not a scripted art form, and therefore it can't be pro wrestling.
All right, we're getting back into this. So let's move. Keep the ball rolling. Too deep into it.
One person you wish in wrestling that you knew in real life, or like you wish you were, like you're so close to them that you wish you could like go be like visit them in real life. I guess.
I'll let Merson.
That's fair. I would. Yeah.
I would. Honestly,
Bye-bye. I mean, Tyler Petito. Jeff Gummontrons.
Hey, yo.
Hey, if you meet him, then I'm driving over because I could meet Tyler at any point.
Hey, yo.
Me and Tyler live 40 minutes away from each other.
Like,
So
that's the thing, bro. I want to live in that nigga house. Every time he wakes up, he see me in his bone.
I would probably
Um,
have to meet JJ because of just how like we went through that whole Mikey thing, um, and like he lost his dad, and we just kind of we were like
bro, we don't need to get.
no
Let's
no just
brighten up
no
the
just
mood,
because we
man.
have that mutual experience, not to get in the whole dad thing,
Yeah.
which is and we were like if I was doing something, he would be like, "Yo, can I come with?" Or if I was like playing like a random game, he would follow me. If I was in a voice call and he wanted to join, I would invite him, and vice versa. And I was just like, if like I guess it comes down to like who you have the most chemistry with, and it's tough to trust people when you do it in an industry like this where people can be toxic. But
Okay, you're gonna get caught off guard by this one, but Justin Gargano.
I don't really know him, but he seems like
Yeah, I would hit like yeah. I'll explain. He was probably the first dude that I really got to know in animated, so that's basically it.
all right. Well, I kind of run
I
out
mean,
of
we
stuff to ask.
we could
So
probably
if
just
anybody in the live chat wants to send some questions our way, I'll read them out to you. Who is the saucist mofo
Man,
who's the
what?
saucist?
in pro wrestling?
I'm not. What the?
Saucist? No, do not answer
Yes.
that. Do not answer.
I'm gonna have to go with vacant. All right, next question.
Honestly, Vacant is like a
At
legend.
at me so I know which one.
My voice is breaking. What the hell?
Which one to read.
Okay. So the sauciest person you say is Vacant, right?
Vacant.
Tell me Vacant is not the most accomplished pro wrestler of all time. He's won tens, if not hundreds of titles in cleans. He's won tens, if not hundreds of titles in animated. Tens, if not hundreds of titles in RP.
Who is the best
Vacant is
upcoming
legit.
star in AM or RP? I don't know how established
Oh, I can.
Nabi is, but I've
Nabi
heard
is
he
so
had breakout
good,
years.
dude. I've been in the ring with him. He's pleasant to be in the ring with.
He started last
Dead
year.
ass.
Oh,
He
I've been I not to be that like I just see myself getting really accomplished very fast considering I've only been here for under a month. So I guess maybe
All right, buddy. Slow your roll, buddy.
no,
Yeah, you're getting too confident there, buddy.
not
And we're
really.
about to whip you to ship. We're sending you to the New Japan Dojo. We're sending Suzuki after
already
you.
in
I'm
the
sorry,
New Japan
man.
Dojo.
It's the pecking order, man.
I'm just saying,
You got through him.
I'm receiving
You get your
a lot-
ass kicked a couple times. Then no, I'm joking. I know I'm playing.
I'm
with
saying I'm receiving a lot of praise I wouldn't have expected to receive yet. So that's all I'm saying.
you. I mean, yeah, that's if you do good, you get praise. That's
Um,
animated.
But somebody else, I mean,
Uh,
I've been around here long enough to know who's new and who's not. I guess Max is.
I got this. I got this. I can talk about so many people. Oh my god. Bro, honestly, if Max would stop being so sensitive all the time, he works super hard on the stuff he does, so he could probably be really good if he wanted to.
No, that's the problem that I had. I don't know how old he is, but when I was getting started, I just took everything. Like I used to, when I would get booed, I used to whisper to people like, "Hey, what am I doing wrong? Like, why are you guys against me?" Because I was being presented as a face, and I just didn't really understand. I wasn't, I just didn't get it. I guess. Um,
I'm talking about people that like joined like after August of last year. So like,
no, but
you know,
I
Kai was a little before, but
I would be going around the same amount of time they would be right now. You know what I mean?
If I were to leave right now, I'm passing the torch to either Jada or not. Those are the
Who's
only two.
Before we go to the next question, who do you say is the up and comer
Shit.
RP?
Up and
Fucking.
comer of RP. I'm pretty
I'm
sure
trying to
me,
think, bro, because like
Navi, and
there's
Sub literally started around the
there's a
same
lot
time.
we got, bro. We got a lot, but I low key
Like-
would just say Navi, niggas. Like Navi's like fucking. Bro, I was in a tag team match with him on I think like Rush or some shit. Man's was just like, bro,
Navi.
oh I'm about to be with Alduro. Like I was like, oh yeah, I was like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, I had seen him fight before, but I just didn't know like what he was about. And then like just seen him in the ring, like he's fucking good. He's fucking good. He does what he does what he needs to do. Listens, like he's just good.
Like yeah, I
This-
feel him. I feel him.
This man Ace taking so long to type out.
He remind me of how I used to fucking wrestle in 2015. Like that was scary.
I can't contain my excitement, so I can talk about Navi, bro. Navi, oh my god, bro. Look, like I could talk about Navi so much, bro. So basically, like August of last year, he started animated, right? And like, so he was doing his thing, like he was training and stuff, right? And like oh my god, bro. He was a natural. He was meant for this. It's great. Every single time, he has a great attitude too. Anytime he works with someone, he's always way too excited. It's
I'm not
like,
big on
oh my god,
like that, but like he made me mad excited to be
He
there.
is
That shit was so fucking.
so. He is so positive, and then except for the times where he gets offended, but usually he's joking and over exaggerating. And the times that he won't play game nights with us, bro. He just won't play a horror game.
Nah, he playing tonight.
Navi.
You're not running away. We're doing the mimic. Fuck
Here, yeah, we compliment.
Like it's literally Friday.
Help.
We're literally Friday. We're gonna have all night. Now you're playing with this pussy. You're not leaving.
Help!
You're not leaving.
My face.
You're not leaving. I'm sorry. You are not leaving.
Anyways, yeah, we literally complimented you the whole time. The least you could do is actually play with us.
All right.
Come on now. Step it up, Navi.
Last question we're getting from Ace is if we had a chance to bring back Fed,
What?
what would it be? Automatically, PWG.
Wait, RP,
PWG. Best shows on this show.
Yeah, I agree.
We would have, dude, I would make hundreds of Robux off those shows, dude.
Bro,
I would make so much money off those. Just
I'm
selling
telling you.
merch outside the ring.
Like, that shit, bro, fucking amazing. Especially
Pro
when you're
Wrestling
wrestling
Godzilla, baby. Godzilla.
That shit was good. That shit was good.
Either that or Revolt. Revolt, and then, if not, NCW. But NCW, I feel like it ended the best it could.
Is there any fence in animated Merson?
Like, I don't think...
Like an animated. Like we've been here for like 3 years, so like has there been any fence that we would bring back?
That we ever want to come back?
Yeah. Ours has had a Fed, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, I would truly want this nigga Arthur to bring back his show.
He always brought the best atmosphere for hosting.
Yeah, I would truly want him to bring back his Lucha Underground. That show.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I have an answer that probably some people like wouldn't say, but like I don't like this was just like whenever I first started, so it just brings me back, you know. A lot of people probably wouldn't say this, but I think like Row Zero in RP. I enjoyed Row Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yes. I want
I've never
Zero
heard
was
of
like
RVW
like
back.
I'm actually kind
Oh,
of sad that this
deep
happens.
dive.
Like really quick story
Like,
time.
ain't no way.
I learned about Row Zero like as it was ending. So like whenever I came in, the first show I like sat in like I watched like one match. I watched like the tag team match, but I wish I would have stayed for the whole thing. I went to Bushido and I watched Great Bash Heel or something like that against the other team, and it was just fucking like it's like damn, this is what RP is like. It was like my intro in RP, and it was just fucking amazing. Like I'll never forget that shit, man.
Like when I searched for like RP, like I was like interested, right? Rose Zero, I saw it was like Rose Zero Dojo or
Bro,
something.
that
Like
was
that's
the
the only
fucking
thing I
spot. If
know.
if you if
But
you
the
were
dojo
sparring, that's
was
where you
the
went.
fucking hangout, bro. It used to be the fucking hangout.
Fact.
If you
It was
wanted
either
to chill
it
there,
was either
bro.
there
Matter of
or the
fact,
Revolt.
Revolt
Yeah,
too.
it was,
Revolt's a big one for me. That shit is influential as hell to me.
but, bro, fuck, I really, cause like,
Really?
like Rome Zero makes every other fucking federation, bro, look like fucking shit, bro. The amount of effort this nigga Virgil keep put,
Whoa.
he literally a lone wolf worker.
I feel like, and then that's also one of the people I feel like he didn't get enough, like, he doesn't get enough praise for what he did. I feel like the guys will never understand how much of, like, this man inspired a lot of people. He did a lot for the community. Like, that man is dead. Like, he deserves his flowers.
Dude, that's that's the, that that that's the thing, man. Because like people, most of these guys are never gonna meet Austin or EHW, who by no means never even had to think about putting one of his titles on me, making me the final champion. I wrestled maybe one match there before it had its final show, and he didn't have to do that, but he did, and he, like me, will have to, and this is a story for another day, will have to live with watching one of their friends' final moments after an accident that could have easily been avoided, and these young guys will never know what they've done to make this what it is for Josh or Austin. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. But like I one of the moments that I will always remember is the tribute show after Josh died at Pro Wrestling Godzilla, when we had nearly 50 people all spamming X because his ring name was X-Ray. Everybody was spamming X at the same time, and it was kind of like goosebumps. It was a strange feeling, but it was like it was a moment that I'll never forget.
Not just for shit about it. It was like still fucking.
Yeah, and it was tough because Austin, he really went away after that. Like he was already kind of out the door, but because he wanted to focus on, I think he was doing acting in life or something like that for school. But Blade was still focusing on wrestling. Like I remember I think I was in a Skype call with him 2 nights before. We were playing games, me and Danny Ferenc. Maybe Matt Firestone was there too. And it's just it's unfortunate. But this isn't a place to be sad.
All right. I'll leave it off. My last thing, then I'll probably just be quiet for whatever ending bit you want to do. Pro wrestling in general, I think it's a great place in terms of like you can come here, you can express your passion about pro wrestling or your favorite rappers or whatever interests you have. You can talk to people about it. I think in a way it does bring people together, even though right now it's very split apart. You know, communities categorizing themselves and stuff like that. But even through all of that, you can make so many cool friends on here. You can have so many fun times, so much laughs. It's a good distraction. I think at the end of the day, everybody here is creative, unique, their own person, and I think that's something we should celebrate.
Yeah, and to anybody who I might have said something that they might have not have appreciated, there are definitely things out there that I can respect about what you've done. It's just usually the things that I say about people that I dislike they usually have the same feelings towards me. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said something, or somebody who I directed something towards to heard it, but I just it doesn't really faze me much anymore. But
Nobody's perfect.
I will let you know there are things that I can respect about pretty much everything involving what we do, whether it's clean or RP, whatever you want to do. But with that, I think we're gonna call it. I think it's been a while, so I'm gonna play the outro song. Hopefully this gets uploaded to YouTube soon. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll probably do one next week when Leo Cash makes his debut to the podcast. Wait, is this pancake? Oh, wait, he's serving me. Serving muted him. You bastard.
I'm just sitting on your front porch, wondering how could I be so far from my home. And my mind is somewhere else, but when I find it, I'll patch up where it's been blown. Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's